Welcome, 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 everybody. It is Tuesday. It is 6 p.m. And you know what time it is? It is time for Me Powered with Rhonda. And I am so excited this evening. I have got my friend here and wait to hear all that she's doing. Now, if this is your very first time listening to our show, or if you want to share with somebody else how to tune in, Lady J is going to tell you how to do that right now. So, Lady J, tell them how they can tune in.
If this is your first time tuning into the show or to JQLM Radio and you would like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in, be sure to tell them to download the JQLM Radio app on their Apple or Android devices. You can also listen live to JQLM Radio 24/7, 365 via Amazon Alexa, TuneIn app, the Stream and Simple Radio app, and a host of other platforms of which you can find located on our website, where you can also listen live at egoentertainmentnet.com. Also, don't forget to follow, like, and share us. We do follow back. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JQLM Radio. You can also connect with Ego Entertainment Network at EgoEntNet. That's EgoEntNet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter also. Also, connect with us on LinkedIn at Ego Entertainment Network. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel, Ego TV Network, at youtube.com/Ego TV Network.
All right. And you can follow me as well on several ways. If you can follow me at Facebook at Me Power, that is the show page. My personal page is at Rhonda Thompson. You can also follow me on Instagram at me.powered, and everybody knows me as Rhonda TNATL. So you can follow me there as well. And LinkedIn is at Rhonda L. Thompson. YouTube is at Rhonda L. Thompson. And mepower.co is a website that is currently under construction, and it will be available soon. And we'll have all things Me Powered related and show related on that website, as well as some nice, fun things that you guys can interact with as well. So make sure you follow me as well. All right, so I would like to welcome you guys. And, hey, it's been 2 weeks. We're back. Took a little spring break, summer break right there for a second, and recharged, reconnected, and refilled. And so now we're back. And I've got a fantastic guest for you this evening. She is my friend. She is an international mogul. Her name is Vanessa Henderson, but she goes by Van Miller. So I would love to welcome her to the show. So Van Miller, are you here?
Hi, how are you doing?
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing well.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you're here. And, such an honor whenever I get a chance to talk to you. You are my friend. You are my sister. You are my confidant on a lot of things. You are my inspiration. You are my motivation. You are my big sis. And
wow. What accolades.
So much. I'm trying to, follow the enormous example that you are sharing. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. So before we get started, today is all about you and where you come from. And I want to focus on how many ways you have redefined yourself, because you are literally the queen of redefining oneself and keeping yourself relevant. And I'm so excited to share with people because, a lot of times we get older and we think that if we didn't follow that dream is over, or that our time is spent, and we've got dreams that are up on the shelf that we just forgot about. But you just keep on reinventing, coming out, and just you come on the scene with something brand new all the time. So how do you do that? First of all, my first question to you is, what makes you redevelop yourself over and over again? And why is that important to you?
Wow. I just turned 64, Rhonda, and I was telling myself, I'm like, well, have one more year and you can retire. And then something new came, and I said, God, I'm trying to retire and you want me to be 22 years old again. And
Mhm.
so I think that you are as young as you feel. And by being around so many young people,
Mhm.
most of the time, I think that that is what keeps us young, and it keeps us energized. And what is the next thing that's
Mhm.
going to happen and go on in our lives? And I would admonish most people that are seasoned. I don't say that we're getting old. I say that we're seasoned,
Yeah.
and we've put in all the ingredients.
Mhm.
And so we're looking around for something else to add to who we are as an ingredient in our lives.
I love that illustration, and you're so right. And I'm redefining myself a little bit. As everybody sees, I cut my hair off. It's like
Yeah,
short
I see. It's beautiful.
and long in the front. Got to switch it up a little bit. And and you come into different. And I just had a birthday as well. Last Saturday, I turned
Yes. Happy
56.
belated birthday.
Thank you. And I turned 56. So it's funny how when you're younger, you think these ages are old, but it's like you don't look your age nor act it, neither do I. And it's like I'm just now coming into things and starting things that I've always wanted to do, just like you. So let's start by telling everybody a little bit about your background, what you do, where you came from, and primarily what you're known for, where Van Miller came from.
Oh, well, I came from a small town called Reedsville, North Carolina. It's right outside of Greensboro, North Carolina, and we have to associate ourselves with Greensboro because most of the time people don't know where Reedsville, North Carolina is. I am the oldest of six siblings, and
Okay.
I grew up there. I went to school there and everything, and I had a bridal salon there, Vanessa's Bridal Image.
Oh, wow.
Worked a lot of different jobs there as well. But I turned 43, and then I decided to move to Atlanta. So I've been here for 21 years now. So I consider myself a mature peach, here in the in the Atlanta market.
I love
And
it.
I actually went to design school. Went to Barter College when I came here. And so I think that at one point in my mind, I thought that I would go back home, and I just loved it here. And so here I am, almost 21 years later, still here.
That's awesome. And and your talent is phenomenal. I've been to several of your fashion shows, and you've got signature pieces such as the Van pant, which nobody can do like you do. And I love the dresses with the extra long trains. They're just spectacular. And you design clothing, your sewing skills are incredible, but you come out with new lines all the time. How often do you come up with a new collection?
Well, when I was a little younger, every time I did a show, I had a new collection.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and then as I seasoned, I realized that I didn't need to create a new collection every time I was doing a show. But in doing so, it has allowed me to actually have a catalog
Hmm.
of fashion design so that I can put pieces and with other pieces with other collections and continually have a fresh look. And I think that that is one of the things that's very, very important as a designer, that you should be able to do that at any show, have a catalog as you are going along in the years when you're doing what it is that you're doing.
Yeah. So I agree with you too. And you've got pieces from extravagant couture to the vankinis, which is your own
Yes.
bikinis, and you cover everything: male, female, unisex. I mean, your range is incredible for what you design, which I love about you because you're not limited to just one thing. Like some
Yeah.
designers just have
I don't
one.
like being in a box.
Yeah, now you sure don't. That's the one
I
thing
don't
that
like
you
being in a
never
box.
do is box Van Miller in. That's gonna never, ever, ever happen.
Yes, I know. And and the thing of it is so when
Mhm.
I turned 50, I said that if I was not where I thought that I should be, that I wasn't going to sew anymore. And then I turned 50 and I got a breath of fresh air, and I kept going. I knew that I hadn't reached my pinnacle. And I said the same thing when I turned 60. And I'm still here. And then even last year, I'd sort of come out of the basement space for a while, and I was doing a lot of work on wardrobe for film. And actually, we did a photo shoot with the Van Pant, and it just renewed me again. So I'm back at it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So where did the name Van Miller come from?
So Van Miller, Van is short for Vanessa, and Miller is actually my family name.
Okay. Awesome. So it just fits, and you're known internationally as Van Miller. So that is wonderful. Now designing is just one of the things you do. And what I love about you is you come up with new things that people wouldn't expect. And when you do your fashion shows, it's like a whole experience because you've got all kinds of stuff going on. You recently started your wine. When did that start? When did you start?
It's going on almost 3 years now.
Really?
That came about. It's been 3 years. Yeah, it's 3 years.
Wow.
I actually was the host of Why Did I Become a Model, which was on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
And the executive producer came, and we were just having a conversation about spirits. And he asked me, what did I like? And I said, well, I think, Moscato. And so the next thing I knew, he had a label that had Van Miller exclusive on the label. And then he came in, and then the next week and had a bottle that actually had product in it with the label on it. And so thus Van Miller exclusive. And so now I have everything from water. I have a V Energy water. And then we do everything up until champagne. We actually have champagne as well.
Yep, that's wonderful. And I remember when you released it because I was part of your Why Did I Become a Model? And I was so honored to be a part of that. And I tell you what, to see yourself on a billboard is exhilarating. That was like a lifetime dream of mine. And I still thank you for that opportunity because
you're so welcome.
And I've always wanted to do something like that because I started when I was younger, and I was always told I was too short, I was too thick, and maybe I'm too old now. But you helped bring that dream to life for me, and that renewed me, and it renewed everything about me as well. So we've just clicked ever since.
Well, you know what? I think that it was just so amazing because we actually went down to Mississippi, and you said, "Oh, I'm going to come to Mississippi," and I was like, well, I just met this lady, and she said she's going to come all the way to Mississippi, but you came down there, and it's like, it was like we had known each other forever. And it has been like, we've never stopped seeing each other since then. Yeah, that is, it's amazing that's how you meet people, and we keep connections going on like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, April checked in and she said hello. So April is watching. I know it's already time for our first break. So we're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back. We got to run some commercials and pay some bills and stuff like that. But we're talking to Van Miller, international mogul designer. And wait till you see what else she's doing. Make sure you come right back. We'll be right back. You're listening to Me Powered with Rhonda.
Have you subscribed yet to the free bi-monthly digital interactive Ego magazine? No? Well, head on over to www.egoentertainmentnet.com to subscribe now. This magazine is all about supporting and showcasing excellence in communities everywhere, from music, arts and culture, relationships, education, politics, celebrities, food, and so much more. While you're flipping through the pages, just click on the buttons and social icons and you'll be taken to a whole other world behind the articles and ads. At Ego Entertainment, everyone is a star. There is something in it for everyone. And we hope you are positively impacted by what you see and will continue to support Ego Magazine. track, CBPD by Arulo. The Gallery Event Center and Ego Entertainment Network has teamed up to bring you the #1 all-inclusive VIP Premier Event Package. Get ready to drop mouths open with this one. It includes 6-hour venue rental, unlimited tables and chairs, table and chair covers, chair stashes, table centerpieces, charger plates, projector and screen, 65-inch TV, wireless microphone, surround sound, complimentary drinks, soda, water, beer, or wine. Also, travel to and from event for Ego Entertainment Network, setup and breakdown of equipment, 4 hours of services including recorded media coverage and interviews, audio and video, editing of all data captured with music background, customized graphics B-roll footage of your event, red carpet or step and repeat setup, coordination and interviews on your carpet or step and repeat. You do not want to miss out on this amazing opportunity, and the package is all inclusive for just $3,000. Book now at thegalleryeventcenter.com. That's thegalleryeventcenter.com. You can also contact the Gallery Event Center at 317-534-6399. The VIP Premier Event Package. If you are an entrepreneur, podcaster, radio host, cinematographer, or photographer and are in need of a space to work, the Ego Center is for you. A fully equipped radio podcast studio, photography and film studio, workstation, and small conference area are available for booking. Visit egoentertainmentnet.com to take a virtual tour, book, or join a membership program today.
Okay, we are back, and I've got to plug my sponsor as well. Got Rob Delitis. He is the author of Kill the Craving, and he is the founder of ERP therapy for substance abuse. Now, what Rob does is he travels all over the country and he teaches people about how to deal with any kind of substance abuse and how to kill that craving. He trains corporations. He does one-on-one counseling. You can reach him at erptherapy.com, and you can email him at roberpman@comcast.net. And I've got my workbook that is just released, and this is an interactive workbook of different techniques that I use. It's called Whose Eyes Do You See Yourself Through? How to Make Sense of Your Life and See More Clearly. So it's available on Amazon right now, and you can go ahead and order it. Now, if you would like a signed copy, contact me directly, and I'll sign a copy and I'll send it out to you. All right, so we're talking to Van Miller and everything that she does. Now, she just started the list. Okay, designer. She has wine. Now, in our commercial breaks, one of the first things was the magazine, Ego Magazine. You also have a group. You have a magazine that you do for the women, for the mothers and daughters, and I got the honor of being featured in that for Mother's Day for the matriarch thing. So tell everybody how that came to be and where that is right now, because that's huge.
Wow. Mothers and daughters, we are doing a lot. I mean, we have some amazing things that are going to be coming out to the people. We have a robe that has your name and your mother's name, or you could put your name and your sister's name. We just recently got ours, and it was just very emotional thing for me, because my mother has been deceased for 38 years, and to put that on and have her name next to my heart was really just awesome. I think that our magazine is actually going to be coming out. A new issue is coming out this month. We are actually launching Matriarch Now, which will be available on your phone. You can do everything on your phone. It will be a community, interactive community. And even though we have a Facebook page, you will be able to go to your phone. You can actually watch live television. We'll have a space for authors, so you can put your book in there and all of those things. So that is one of our big projects. And coming up in August, we will actually go down to Florida for graduation, because we have a university that we have as well. With that, so it will be graduation time, and so we're going to go. Some of the ladies will be going down for graduation, and I just love being an editor. That is one of the magazines that I've been an editor with.
Yeah.
I have like some fashion magazines that I've been with as well. But I love Mother and Daughter because it is a space. You know, a lot of people will say, "Well, I don't have a daughter," but you're somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
So, I admonish you all to, go over and join the Mother and Daughter Global Movement. You will enjoy it, and you'll be glad that you came in, because we're doing some great, great things.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, the whole concept and everything that you stand for and everything that you do is just fabulous. And little plug for us, Ego Entertainment Network. When you get ready
Oh,
to
I
do
turned it upside down.
when you get ready to do that graduation and stuff, we can come in and do all your red carpet events and cover all that for you and interview everybody. We just did the Stellar Awards, the Gospel Music Awards, the Quartet Awards. So when we come packed and we do it correct. So
you did the Stellar Awards? You just did the Stellar Awards this past weekend?
Lady J just did the Stellar Awards, and the 2 weeks before that, I did the Gospel Choice Music Awards in Atlanta, and then I did the Quartet Awards, the Gospel Quartet Awards as well. The week before that, so yeah, they cover all the award shows and everything. So, Lady J, I'm telling you, you need to connect with Ego Entertainment Network and combine forces. Because it would be a great partnership. It really would. And
yes,
for all your stuff for you, all your events and everything. Absolutely. So we could talk offline about that, but had to plug us because that would be incredible for what you're doing to get quality coverage. You don't got to worry about anything. And speaking of which, you also have a TV network. I mean, my God, Van. You got
the world
TV network. And you host shows and you have space for people to have shows. So tell everybody about that partnership.
Wow. So the Van Miller Talk Show, I Found My Voice. We've actually syndicated with that show. And we're over in Eastern Europe now with that. And we had to move to Telegram because of during the war. Because one of our technical people is actually in the Ukraine. So all of that stuff was taken down. And so we're momentarily on Telegram because we're still doing every Thursday. So that is all with the World Media Coalition of Jazz Lovers Television. And I'm actually a VP with that on that platform. And so it is growing. We're growing. And just never thought, just being a 60-year-old woman, I realized that I had a voice that saying that would take me into the space that is taking me. Met so many men and women from all around the world. It allowed me to actually become an ambassador for Lagos, Nigeria, with the group Whoop, and I got I'm also with a group that's up in West Africa, women and children of domestic violence. So I have an ambassadorship there, and then I got to meet the king and queen.
Yep, I was there. I got to meet the king and queen.
Yes,
it was incredible. But you got inducted, or whatever they call. You actually were given a royal office.
Yes, I
was so proud of you.
Thank you. I am actually the Minister of Arts and Culture for the Numai Kingdom. It was an appointment that was given to me at my birthday. And when I tell you it has been a whirlwind, it has truly been a whirlwind. We are actively working on a major project that you all will be hearing about. It will be an amazing project for the city. And so I can't wait to be able to discuss that. So we're just working hard.
That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely have to come back and share it with us, and we can help let everybody know. But yeah, I remember because I was at your birthday party, and that was incredible, the fashion show. And just when I saw that, my heart just filled for you, Van. I mean, So well deserved. And
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't believe the way that I met the queen, like the queen. We were in the restroom,
Yeah.
and the girl next to her, Afrika, she complimented me on what I was wearing. I said, "Thank you." And she said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Rhonda." And I said, "What's your name?" She says, "I'm Afrika. This is Queen." So I'm thinking her name is Queen. And so I'm having a regular conversation in the bathroom.
Oh,
Did not know I'm talking to a real queen. And then out and met the king. And I'm like, okay, I call men king all the time, but no, he's a real, for real king.
yes. And
And
let me tell you,
so
they
humble.
are so regular.
Yeah.
They're just like normal people. You know, I get to talk to them all the time like I'm talking to you. And I get off the phone and I'm just like, you know what? I'm talking to a king and a queen, just like I'm talking to a friend.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely, just such an honor, just truly an honor, to have met them. And I actually moderated when they came into the kingdom.
Okay.
And for them to come to my event, it was just amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible. So, I mean, I have a hashtag that I use all the time called "and suddenly God," and that's nothing but that's an "and suddenly" example right
That
there.
is truly a
That's
suddenly God thing.
God thing, because can nobody do that but God. Bring a king,
Yes.
queen in your life, and boom, bam, now you're a royal.
Yes. Listen, I said, oh my God, I've had people since then say, well, what are we supposed to call you? I'm like, Van Miller. Like, what do you call me? And when I look at the title, because they sent me the papers and everything, and I'm just like, Her Excellency. I'm just like, wow. That, I mean, it's just it's just when you look at it, and I feel like it has taken me full circle because I was ordained to be a minister in 2001. And I always said that I would never be a pulpit minister.
Yeah.
That I would be a minister for the hedges and the highways. And for that title to come back to me almost 21 years later in that aspect, I said, God knew, who I was and how he was going to use me out in the field, and for him to come back in his timing and bring that back to me. I'm just honored.
That's incredible. And you and I are so parallel because that one day that we sat and talked when I first met you, and we talked for hours and we talked all night, and you opened up about your past, about a lot of things, and I opened up about a lot of things. I had told you I had gone to minister's class twice.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through the whole year program, and they ordained everybody but me. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I felt some kind of way about that. And so what I did, I messed around and I went to, and I still go to the largest Christian university in the world, because I'm like, okay, I know I never had a calling to be in the church either. People that I'm called to speak to are the people that don't go to church, the people that have been hurt by the church, the people that are broken, the people I got to go out to them. So it's a natural fit for me to be a counselor. And I feel like a lot of times when I'm talking to them, I don't talk about any of this stuff in these books. It's just like God just gives you this zoom, this beeline into what's going on with them. And it's amazing how if we open ourselves up and we walk in the gifts, everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Yes. That's what he tells us. Just walk, just go on the journey. Yeah. And some of us are just afraid to just go on the journey. But if you just get up every day and go on the journey, it will happen naturally, and you won't have to do a lot.
No, it'll just fall into place. That's suddenly God. It's just boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
You knew when I met you 3 years ago at the Atlanta Creators Conference, we would be like this. And that's why I said you are my inspiration on so many things, because I've always had people say, well, Rhonda, you do too much. You're all over. You need to target into one thing. I'm like, that just doesn't feel right to me. And that's something you've told me as well. So how do you do all the different things you do? And do you ever feel like you're overwhelmed, or do you just feel like you move from one to the next?
I don't think I just say to people that I put all the balls in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And if one of them falls, then that means that is not is not supposed to be in my life at this time.
Right.
And I leave it there. And I just continue to go. I don't stop to pick it up. I just keep going. I told them I'm in cardiac rehab. And so I told them this morning, because June was Burn Up Van Miller month, and I came into July and I thought I would have an easier month, and it has not been any easier. So this morning when I went to rehab, I was telling them, I said, I need to take a break from me. so because July, I'm like, I'm all the way to September now, and it's like, I'm like, I want to go to the beach.
Yeah. I want to go. We need to sneak off, Van. Can you?
Yeah, it's going to have to be a day trip, kind of a beach day trip.
Go and splash in the water and come back.
Yes. Yes.
Take some pictures and yeah. I'm all for it. I'm right there with you. I will pack up and go in 2 seconds and drive.
Yes.
I need a beach. A beach is calling me too. Trust
me. Yes.
It's calling me too. Now I don't know if you make a vankini in my size, but I might have to borrow one of your suits.
Listen.
From the line.
Listen. I had a vankini on Nani.
Did you?
Yeah, I made a vankini.
Yes, you did.
I did a custom one for her.
That's incredible. Yeah, you did. I remember it. Yep. And of course, she was beautiful. I mean, she looks beautiful in everything she wears. She's your plus size model. And yeah, that's incredible. So let's talk for a little bit, because I can't believe how quick this hour goes. But you had mentioned that you're in rehab for cardiac issues. Now, a lot of people would think that you don't struggle with anything, that you got the greatest life, that you're on top of the world, and Van does not deal with stuff, but you deal with some stuff. So how do you find the ability to deal with all the stuff that you deal with, but yet still do what you dream, like, and not give up on that dream? What do you do to keep yourself going?
I don't focus on what I have. I tell people I have it does not have me. Right. And so I don't focus on that. And I just live. Yeah. It was a life change for me. And for the last 2 months, I've been on what I call the cardboard diet from the doctor. And it is truly, it's truly been a space, because when you cannot have like vegetables, and you think that vegetables are things that would be good for you, and you find out that to a certain degree that they're not good for you as to what it is that you have, and you have to make life change. It was hard at first, and so that's why I say I'm on a cardboard diet. But I've adjusted to it, and I'm doing very well. I just went and had my 3-month checkup last week, and I'm doing very well with it. So
wonderful.
I'm good. I'm on the cardboard diet.
Okay, all right, that'll work.
Yeah.
Now, are there, when you are trying to juggle your demands and your desires, and sometimes your body doesn't feel up to it, what do you do to push through?
I just lay down. I stop.
That's good. That's good. I mean, that's so profound what you just said. You just lay down. You stop. Most people don't do that. They keep trying to go, and that's what gets you hurt,
Yes. So I stop. I've learned to know that I am not Superwoman.
Right.
And there are going to be days that I just don't feel well, and I have learned how to just stop.
That's awesome. I mean, that in itself right there is like a whole book or a series, is just how to stop and just how to listen to your body, and not, it's okay. The rest of the stuff will get done.
Yeah. Last week was one of those weeks for me. I had a lot of things that I needed to do, but my mind and my body just was not in the mood. So I didn't even take the alarm off the door to go out and do stuff. I just stayed in the house and just milled around, just, and just stopped.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The last, I think it's been 2 weeks now. I kind of took a break. I put a little post that I was taking a little break from social media. Everybody, Rhonda, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm fine. I just need to unplug. I just need to spend some time with just me and just, just enjoy myself and get back to me and get back to hearing and get back to just being still. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is to be still, because we're so geared to
it's hard when you're a person that is in front of people most of the time. It's very, very hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially you got lots of demands, and somebody like you that has so many offices, so many things to do, it's important to practice that self-care, because if you're not good, you're not going to be good for anybody on any platform or anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people struggle with self-care thinking that it's selfish. It's not selfish. It's necessary. It's self-love.
Yes. Yeah, I actually have my alarm on my clock set to remind me every night to go, that it's 10 o'clock, that it's time for bed. Whether I go to bed or not, it reminds me it's 10 o'clock and you should be getting ready for bed.
Right.
So some nights I make it and some nights I don't, but it's a 24/7 thing. I never take that alarm off. It keeps reminding me, stay, this is what you need to be doing.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, because sometimes it's crazy how we have to remind ourselves to take care of ourselves because we're so used to taking care of everybody else.
Yes.
That's automatic, but
yes,
we feel guilty sometimes to take time aside for ourselves, because a lot of times we've been programmed that way, that that's selfish or you're needy or something like that. And no, that's not what it's at all. You have to.
It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. People think that they got to be there for people 24/7, but you can be selfish as long as you don't stay in that space.
Right. I agree. I absolutely agree. And that's something that recently I'm learning how to do is, I'm learning how to say no to my kids on some things. I'm learning how to say, no, I don't have money right now. I'm learning how to say no, I can't come in and work that extra day. And it is hard sometimes, because, you really have to. And then when you take that time, I have to.
You feel guilty.
Yeah, I have to really work hard to sit still and enjoy myself. And okay, what are we gonna do? Like, okay, but then I'll watch something, or I'll, straighten something up, or change something in the house, or just spend time in reading or something, and then I realize how much I miss that time. And now is the best time because our kids are grown, and so this is supposed to be the best time in our life, and we have to make time to do that. Like you said, you want to go to the beach. I want to go.
Yeah, it's learning how, I call it a soft no. Learning how to say a soft no.
Yeah, yeah. And no is it's a hard word to say. My sister would tell me all the time. She's like, Rhonda, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain to anybody. You don't have to give them a reason why. If they ask you something, no. And it's like, you feel like you got to explain and justify, but you don't.
Just say no. It's a soft no. I used to feel like I had, if people were having events and things, that I had to be at every event. And I realized, I don't have to go to every event. I don't have to be there, whether people understand it or not. I don't have to be in the public all the time.
Right.
And when we learn how to do that, it just really makes us.
Oh, okay. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you froze for a second there.
Yeah, and it makes us better people when we realize that we can only spread ourselves so thin.
Right, exactly. You got to refuel. You got to stop. You got to refill. Spend time with those people that pour back into you. When we pour out all the time, otherwise you're going to be pouring from an empty cup. You're going to get depleted at some point.
And then nobody's going to be there to take care of you.
Right. And I promise you, they're not going to be there.
They're not.
If you think your kids are going to be there, you are sadly mistaken. Your kids are not going to be thinking about
they're gonna have every reason in the world not to be there.
Show up for the first week and they'll be like, oh my God, this is too much. But no, your kids are not going to be there. There's no entourage that's going to wait on you. It's just the cavalry is not coming.
It's not coming to see about you.
So you have to make preparation to take care of yourself, doggone it. And take charge of that. All right, so we've got to take our second break. And when we come back, we'll find out all the things coming up for you, what you got going on, how to get in touch with you. So we're going to be back in a few minutes, and we are talking to the momentous Van Miller, and she is a mogul in the making, and she is phenomenal. We will be right back.
Ego Entertainment Network's JQLM radio division is now accepting new radio hosts or syndicated radio shows and podcasts. Join a winning team with 46,000 to 70,000 listeners per month in 65 plus countries. All-inclusive packages, major podcast distribution, and major event opportunities and more. Do not miss out on this opportunity. If you want to start your own show or have a show already and you would like to syndicate, contact Ego Entertainment now at egoentertainmentnet.com. That's egoentertainmentnet.com. Hey, it's your girl, Lady J, and this is a special public service announcement. The Gallery Event Center of Indianapolis, Indiana is now an official partner. If you are a client of mine and you are in need of a venue to book your next event, then book with the Gallery Event Center today, who offers all-inclusive packages at extremely affordable prices. But wait, there's more. You are able to book custom all-inclusive packages that have been tailored exclusively for Lady J's clients. And yes, that includes the Ego Entertainment Network clients too. Connect with me today at ladyj.co to receive your promo code and visit the Gallery Event Center located at 5852 East 82nd Street or call 317-534-6399 and visit their website at thegalleryeventcenter.com. This has been a special public service announcement by Lady J. Love y'all. Deuces. If you're tired of hearing the same music and content every 5, 10, or 15 minutes on air, then check out JQLM Radio for the realest, rawest, and most relevant variety of music, talk shows, and more. Start your days with a little bit of gospel and gospel rap from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All of my life, I've never known you to fail. You deliver me. 'Cause all I seem to do is coming and breaking it down with that wicked style, man. We really living it out, don't miss it.
Then get into some hot R&B.
Say baby, what you doing? Excited.
Some hip hop.
Falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my hand, oh quick run. I was packing on the pound, got my
time and I heard that
a little bit of pop,
watermelon sugar, strawberries,
and some neo soul for the rest of the day. JQLM Radio, real, raw, and relevant.
holds my hand.
Okay, we are back, and want to take the opportunity just to say, if you need a counselor, coach, mentor, speaker, or trainer, I am available and I am taking new clients at this time. You can reach me by going to my website, which is totalbreakthroughcenter.com. You can contact me directly. My phone number is 470-557-0515. And my specialty is trauma, abuse, addiction. I do LGBT, adults, children, all kinds of stuff. So if you are in need of talking to somebody or working through something or even empowerment, I promise you, I am your person. Okay. So give me a call. I do virtual, in person, in the States and internationally as well. So give me a call and we will get working with you. All right, so we are talking to Van Miller. Now, there's a lot of feedback right now, Van. I don't know if you turned your phone up or not.
I didn't mess with it.
Okay. All right, so I didn't touch anything on my side either. Let me double check though. Okay. No, I don't have anything. Well, I'll sit back a little bit. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. But what do you have coming up? What's on the horizons for Van Miller?
Oh, wow. So the 1st through the 12th of August, I actually am going to be on a movie set, back on a movie set. And the 7th, I'll actually be doing Atlanta Black Expo.
Nice.
Yes, I haven't did. I'm sort of trying to go out and do shows that I have not did. And so that's one of the shows that I haven't done. So I'm going to be doing that. That will take me to the end. Then I have the big project that I'm working on there that can't talk about yet. Okay. And that will take me out of August. And then the 3rd of September, I'll actually be in Nashville with Fashion Meets Church up there with Lashley. Okay. And then I'll come back. I was recently made a fashion industry expert with Alabama Fashion Alliance.
Wow.
And so thank you. It was amazing. It's just another one of those suddenly things that you're talking about. Suddenly, and so Alabama Fashion Week will be the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So I will actually be there in the men's suite. I think that I'm going to be showing a men's line there doing Alabama Fashion Week. Then that will take me out into October.
Awesome.
And hopefully I'll end up at the beach.
You will. Not hopefully. We will. We are going there. You and I don't care if it's on.
Yeah, I don't care. Like I went to the beach in the wintertime. It doesn't matter.
Summer somewhere else. We are going somewhere. Me and you.
Yes.
And lastly, that would be fun.
Yeah, and then I have a movie that I worked on during COVID. Sebastian will be coming out October the 22nd. And then I have another project. I don't have the exact dates, but I know that there are going to be 2 premieres, one here and one in California, I think, with that as well. And I did a lot of things during COVID, and it's like they're all trying to come out in 22 for some reason.
Well, it's not for some reason. It's on purpose. And you did a very smart thing, because when COVID came and everything was shut down, that was the perfect time to start a business or to go back to school or to get or do something, because now it's flourishing and now it's blossoming. It's just like, the seasons. You plant that seed, you got to water it, and then it comes up later. So now you're just reaping your harvest of everything you planted and you've been working on that nobody knew about. And so it's not really and suddenly, it's been in the process. It's just now everybody is seeing it.
I done put in the work.
Absolutely. Yeah. You put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the tears, you put into prayers, and I know your faith is something that's extremely important to you. And it is. You've spent that time and you listen, for guidance and voice and direction. And so you're just reaping the benefits now. This is just the evidence.
Yes.
This is the evidence unfolding. But so what how do people reach you? I want to make sure we get your contact information, social media.
You can, I don't know, as I've gotten seasoned, I found myself to be more of an Instagram person. Okay. So you can reach me on Instagram at Van Miller International. All of my information is there. I have the House of Van Miller, a business page on Facebook. I have Vanessa Henderson on there as well. I have the Jazz Lovers television page on Facebook as well. And you can just call me at 404-290-2239.
And I'm telling you guys, this woman does not like text. Pick up the phone and talk to her and call.
Please, please, please. you
She
will if you
prefers
send
talk
me
in
a
person.
text or leave
You're gonna
me
wait
a
forever.
voicemail.
You're gonna wait forever to hear something. Call her. That is the best way to reach.
Please do. Please do.
That is awesome. So as we wind down now, I just had a thought. Have you ever thought about doing a workshop? Because fashion is something that everybody has questions about, like, what do I wear for my body to accentuate it, to, minimize certain things? Have you ever thought about just having like a workshop or something, teaching people how to wear the best thing for their shape or their age or their color or their complexion?
Well, my ultimate is to have an academy.
Nice.
When it comes to dressing, I think that is more of a stylist space.
Okay.
And I want to teach you how to create that item to dress. And so my ultimate is to do that, to have an academy to teach you what it is that you need to get what it is that the look that you really are wanting for yourself. Because I feel like a lot of times too, we spend a lot of time in school, and a lot of things that we go there for we don't really need. And so I would do a different kind of academy.
Okay. You just reminded me of something. You and I talked before about coming up with a brand or a look, and I remember measurements and stuff. We got to pick up that conversation.
Yes, and that's one of the things that I'm looking at is finding manufacturers for small designers and small brands, because we're not big enough to be getting hundreds of things made, because we don't have that customer base to accommodate that. So we've got to figure out how to do small quantities for designers. So that is where I am, and I feel that is one of the reasons that I'm a part of the alliance.
And I just had a thought. You know what? We have the design schools here. You guys, have you ever thought about using student designers to put out your work, like people that are in school?
You know what? Let me tell you something. We do that. We try that. We do interns and things.
Okay.
And a lot of times we find that interns turn into designers. They want to become designers. They come and then they say, "Oh, I want to be a designer."
Okay.
So it's hard.
Okay.
It's a hard space. I had one intern that she was a duplicate of me, and I loved her. But she couldn't stay. She had to go. But it was amazing. It was amazing. I wanted to kidnap her.
Queen. That's awesome.
Listen, I saw April said, "Could we design a girdle?" April.
Oh wow. I just got a message here. Gosh, we got less than a minute. I didn't even realize that. We're just talking and talking and talking. So I want to thank you, Van, for being a guest this evening. And
thank you for having me anytime.
You are so welcome. Everybody share this, and remember, everything you need is already inside of you. And like Van Miller has showed us, you can redefine it yourself over and over and over. Nothing but a number. So
just go on the journey. Just go on the journey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great night, and it's been our pleasure.